Basel III standard, will gold become global currency instead of the dollar? This year saw the start of the Bank for International Settlements' new rules implementation final phase. Some experts believe that returning the status of money to gold should put an end to the absolute power of the dollar. According to their forecasts, the U.S. currency may fall by 40% by December, and may lose its value at the beginning of next year. 3 events that shook the world of gold. Since 1879, the U.S. monetary system was based on the so-called gold standard, which tied the paper money supply to the size of the country's gold reserves, and $20 could at any time be exchanged for a troy ounce of this precious metal. After 55 years, in 1934 U.S. President Franklin Roosevelt approved the Gold Reserve Act. According to this document, private ownership of gold was declared illegal, and all the precious metal was subject to sale to the U.S. Treasury. A year later, when all gold was transferred from private ownership to state hands, Roosevelt raised the price by 70% to $35 per troy ounce, which enabled him to print the corresponding amount of paper money. The price of gold remained stable for the next 4 decades, keeping around $35, until early 1970s when another president, Richard Nixon, decided to abandon the gold standard altogether. This completely untied the government's hands, allowing printing of infinite volumes of fiat currency. And gold prices, which had ceased to be money, would grow exponentially. And in spring 2019, the media broke the news of another revolutionary event. On March 29, the final phase of the implementation of the new rules was due to start, according to which the yellow metal was once again becoming the same first-class asset as cash notes and government bonds. The rules adopted by the Bank for International Settlements (BIS) and named Basel III Standard by the place of the BIS location, Basel, Switzerland, made it possible for some experts to state that once gold returns its monetary status, it should become number 1 money, pushing the unsecured US dollar out of the market. Since the obligation to exchange notes for precious metals now did not fall on the US Treasury, but directly on the banks, they had to start actively buying gold in order to maintain stability during the collapse of the dollar system. According to the forecasts of these experts, the US currency could have fallen by about 40% by December, and at the beginning of the next year it would lose its value completely. Science fiction or reality, 155,000 USD per ounce. And what happened on March 29? This question is addressed to the brokerage company NordFX leading analyst, John Gordon. Here is what happened, he points to the chart. Instead of soaring to the skies, literally the day before the gold lost more than 8% of its price. I think that it is clearly premature to talk about the death of the dollar. It should be borne in mind that, although the Bank